Welcome to For Collectors.
All right, welcome collectors. As you saw in that intro, Hobby Palooza is coming, and Sammy's with me here. Welcome, Sammy.
What is up?
We are here to give you a preview of the hours and hours of marathon live content that is coming soon. We have all the shows queued up. We've got thumbnails made, at least all but one. We got one straggler. We're going to give you heck for not getting the information to us in time for this, but thank you, Sammy, for producing those thumbnails this year. It's a big load off my plate from what I did last year, so thank you.
No problem.
But yeah, we are good to go. Everything is lined up. I say over 30 hours in that intro there because there are 29 separate shows, but we are giving free reign over the shows at the end of the night, Friday and Saturday, to go as long as they want to, which I think the typical standard for the Friday night guy is sometimes a 3 to 4 hour show. And the Saturday night guy, I think every week is generally 3 hours. So that's why we're ending up with over 30 hours with 29 shows. So
that's absolutely groundbreaking. I look forward to the records that will be broken this year.
Yes, and the big record I'm looking to break is our donation, because this is all on behalf of Signatures for Soldiers, which, if you're not aware, you can look at signaturesforsoldiers.com, and that website will give you some more depth information as far as the very awesome charity that is a part of this. They help disabled veterans just with whatever their basic needs are that is going to help them improve their quality of life. So they go right to the veterans themselves with charities directly involved with veterans, and Signatures for Soldiers helps deliver the funds to those charities working directly with the veterans. So something for real is going to happen with this money. So
absolutely.
Yeah, and it was awesome. The guy who runs this charity, I don't think he's directly linked. Like, I know the National is doing a charity thing this year. I don't think he's got that direct link there. I think they're focusing on local Chicago charities because they're in Chicago this year. But he is invited by them to have a booth at the National, and I don't think he has to pay for it. So because they do recognize that what he's doing is a great service, and it does involve the card hobby. So, but yeah, we need to beat that record. So I have put together the intro that shows a little bit about that, as well as something new we did this year with a Hobby Palooza ambassador. It was a pretty easy choice on who that should be, wasn't it, Sammy?
I think it was, as it was mentioned, it was unanimous.
Oh, yeah. It was a no-brainer. So I guess without pausing some more, let me play that intro.
Welcome to Hobby Palooza 2025. Hello, everyone. I'm Orlando from A Collector's Dream, and I'm honored this year to be your Hobby Palooza ambassador. This year, we're once again proud to support Signatures for Soldiers, a non-profit helping disabled veterans through the power of sports autographs. As you know, we're accepting donations all weekend long. And for every $10 that you donate, you'll earn one raffle entry for some amazing prizes. The preferred way to donate is through Zelle in your banking app to the email jekofma@yahoo.com. JECOFFMA@yahoo.com. If Zelle is not an option, use PayPal, goods and services to the same email. let's go ahead and beat last year's total of over $5,800. This hour of Hobby Palooza is brought to you by the Penny Sleever, who are generously donating 10% of this week's sales at thepennysleever.com to Signatures for Soldiers. The Penny Sleever, as you know, has top quality supplies at fair prices. Enjoy the show and have some fun.
All right. So as you saw there, a couple different ways you can donate. Every $10 is an entry for prizes. As far as if like you're not going to be around for that weekend and you still want to donate, you can start now and I will keep track of them. So, but you know, some folks offer like individual prizes during their shows at times, and they want us to capture like donations during their hour will apply to those particular prizes. So just be warned that exists. But the big things are the awesome artwork from Scott and Eric Fourleaf. Did you hear what they're painting this year, Sammy?
I've heard bits and pieces, but I feel like I'm going to pretend like I don't know. So surprise me.
Well, we will get to their slide here in just a moment. But before we get there, also want to mention the pennysleever.com being a sponsor for Hobby Palooza this year. They are the one and only official sponsor, and all the money that we are collecting from them is also pooling into the donation to Signatures for Soldiers. Anytime we deal with sponsors, this is always a pay it forward situation, like us getting sponsors for doing trade nights. That goes into us being able to rent the space in Strongsville. It goes to us being able to buy pizza. And then for the national, it goes into us being to offer prizes. So this is we don't accept sponsor money for our own enrichment, just FYI to anybody out there. So, and in this case, it all pools into the donation for our awesome charity. So, but I guess I've delayed enough. Is there anything else to say before I start going through our slideshow?
No, man. Let's jump right into it. That's what I'm sure everybody wants to see.
All right. So here we go. There is our big Hobby Palooza 2025 logo. And I have put these in order by the show times. And if you haven't seen it already, down in the description of this video is the entire list of all the shows, all the channels involved. But when the time comes for the event, I will have playlists that will be at the top of our YouTube page, one for each of the different days. So a Friday night playlist, a Saturday all day playlist, and a Sunday playlist. So all you have to do if you want to just continuously watch that day is click on that playlist, and it will take you from stream to stream as they go through the day. So making it easy for you there. But so Friday night, our first kickoff show is Joe Silver Jackify with Josh Rated Rookie. And let's get rid of that logo out of the way. What were we thinking? So this is going to be a fun one, don't you think?
Yeah, it's got, I mean, from the description, it sounds like they're going to be going through the best of the worst purchases that they've ever made. So
yes,
that's quite a wormhole to travel down, going back in time and going through all of those regretful purchases. I don't know if it's like the best of, like, if we're looking at the best of the worst, or is it like like, are we looking at the most horrible decisions possible with cards?
I think that is what they're focusing on, is what they view now as horrible decisions.
I appreciate the the outlook on this. I think this is going to be very interesting. I look forward.
Yes, it's a nice honesty and humility there to do a show like that.
You need it sometimes. Listen, we've all been there. We've all been there. We've all made stupid decisions on cards and things, or regretful decisions. That's a better way to look at it.
Sure.
Decisions where we're like, you know what, maybe this wasn't the best call, but it's got a story now.
Oh, yeah. All right. So this one will start at 7 p.m. Eastern time Friday night. And so now hour 2 at 8 p.m. Eastern, we have got Collector Talk with 2 of OGs in the community. Mike O and Dave of Midlife Card Crisis, both, I think, inaugural Hall of Famers, even in the YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame. And yeah, these are more than a decade YouTubers, both of them, I believe. So, so yeah, they'll have a good take. It's don't have real specifics. So they just are going to be talking hobby relevant things for them. So, but should be a good show. Next at 9 p.m. Eastern, we have got the Eye Appeal Council, the folks, Dylan, Double D Vintage Baseball Cards, Adam Splendid Sports, the usual Turn Back the Clock show guys have invited Lou Rock TV to join them. So definitely a movement in the community with Eye Appeal, isn't there?
Yeah, there everybody has their own vision and evaluation of what the eye appeal looks like. With Dylan, it's all about that centering, so I mean everybody kind of looks at eye appeal a little differently. So the Eye Appeal Council, we're going to see if they can come together unanimously and agree on which cards have that eye appeal factor. I don't know if
You've
that's
got
where
quite the different disparity there with Mr. Perfect Centering and then
Yeah.
Mr. OC Cards Need Love Too.
Absolutely.
With Lou Rock. So
Yeah.
I'm a little interested to see that conversation. All right. And now closing out Friday night, starting at 10 p.m., going to ? These guys are marathon live streamers on the regular. These guys have stamina that does not compare to anybody. I mean, I'm amazed at how long these guys go every week. So it is Because I'm Carlos crew there with their Friday night live show. They're bringing over to Hobby Palooza for us with I'm blanking on the first guy's name. Bobby Burrell. Is that I forget? Does he have a separate channel?
I believe he does.
I am not aware of what his separate channel is because I only see him on Carlos's show. But I will have to get that information at some point. And then Eric, who I know doesn't have a separate channel, in the middle. And clearly he's bowing to Carlos's wisdom in this shot. I tease because that's what Carlos typically does with him, is tease him. So, but yeah, these guys are a fun time. It's going to be fun seeing what they come up with for this week. So
the control and wit that Carlos has really commands a presence. So there's something about those live streams, and he's a marathon man. The guy goes 4 hours or 3 to 4 hours on his live streams. I give him a lot of credit for that.
Oh yeah, I mean, I had that one recently go over 2 hours, and I'm like exhausted.
Right.
All right. So now we are moving on to Saturday morning, starting at 10 a.m. Eastern time. All times here are listed Eastern. Do your conversion. I'm sure most of us, I live on the West Coast, have to convert from Eastern time regularly because it's such a New York based, Washington, D.C. based media culture. So, all right, there we go with our painting. And we have got Shoeless Joe Jackson being the subject of the artist, which are Scott Reindeer Studios and Eric Fourleaf, who likes to be shy on camera there with his green beard. And they are joined by the 2 guys, 1 hobby guys. Don Field of Dreams and John Wade Boggs fan are going to be talking hobby while these guys are painting. Occasionally they'll check in, with what they are doing. But yeah, I can't wait to see how these art pieces turn out myself.
It's gonna be like Bob Ross, if he did baseball.
Exactly. And yeah, the stuff these guys make is just top quality. And to me, these are the marquee prizes of anything available for that weekend, because they will send you the actual artwork, the finished product, looking great. Uh, believe if you're going to National, they'll generally want to hand it to you there. Otherwise, they'll ship it to you. So, um, but yeah, great stuff from these guys. All right. Next hour at their normal time slot on Saturdays. So it'd be starting at 11 Eastern time, is the Hobby Hotline crew. So not sure what the topics will be, because that is a show where they're always bringing up whatever's the current thing. So I guess we'll have to wait and see what the topic is there, what the topic du jour.
They're
So
professional impromptu collectors and speakers.
yeah, basically. So, but always a good program there. And then that rolls us into noon Eastern on Saturday with Ray from Philly, who is the curator of the Baseball Card Hall of Fame. And he's got TJ's Online Tony with him, because there are changes coming to what they are terming the Sports Card Hall of Fame. As in, there might be a new sport that will be presented there. Hint, hint. So, yeah, that's a show you'll want to check out. So I'll have some voting to do on some new inaugural class of a new Hall of Fame there coming up. So,
Gotta put some respect on that sport too.
yeah, I know you like to collect a few from the one they're doing. So,
Well, let's not spoil it any further.
I think people might have already guessed if they know TJ. So,
Yeah.
but, all right. Up next at 1 p.m. Eastern, we have got Caesar, our very own Pepino Man, going with our hobby Palooza ambassador Orlando, a collector's dream. And they're going to be talking about building 1970s sets and giving their rankings on the order of those for their preference. What do you think about 1970s sets yourself there, Sammy?
Oh man, I appreciate those that really go out of their way to find immaculate looking top 71s. I don't know if they're going to be going outside a little bit and looking at O-Pee-Chees, but regardless, the 71s, they hold a special place, because when you find them looking immaculate, it's like the biggest accomplishment from a 70s set in my mind. I personally like the 71s. I know this is gonna be interesting. I think you can really kind of jump all over the place. 72, 75, and how different they are. You gotta just I appreciate the dynamic vision that these guys had in the 70s.
That is absolutely true, what you're saying with those
Definitely a lot.
1971s, because I mean, by far, that's the biggest condition premium type value
Yeah,
item.
there's
I mean,
definitely a lot of acid dropped during those years.
yeah, and the 72 set design reflects that, right? So,
Absolutely. I mean, who was it? It was oh man, why am I forgetting the name? The guy who pitched perfect game on acid.
oh yeah, was that Ellis?
Doc Ellis. There, yeah, that's
Yeah,
it. Yeah,
yeah.
man, perfect. And the perfect time frame, 70s. So
Oh
there you
yeah,
go. This is
yep,
all
sure,
all full circle.
absolutely. All right, I think we're on to 2 p.m. on Saturday, and that would be Adam's Card Closet, along with Justin of Three Good Nerds, and they are representing the TTM community with a TTM focused show that is through the mail, as in getting autographs of previous players or sometimes current players. It's usually former players through the mail. So that is definitely going to be a fun show with those guys. Adam has a massive autograph collection of Chipper Jones. It's crazy. Have you seen him walk through those?
Of course, yeah. I mean, I since when I started my channel, I was watching Adam, and continue to do so to this day, and seeing all of the pickups and all the mail through the mail autographs he gets. Listen, there's a reason why he says have a Chipper day.
Oh yeah, he definitely has a Chipper every day.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, it's going to be fun. I mean, while I don't get into autographs myself, I do still have a curiosity with, who they're getting back, and do like to watch some of those programs. So, all right. Next hour, we have got, who's that guy?
Mystery Man.
All right, so I am doing a live version of my 5 cards every collector should own series, and these guys are all volunteers that were in the queue. So I'm not veering, I'm not pulling in ringers. And what we got here is RJ Collects Sets in the middle there. And then he is bookended by Mark on the left and Ken on the right, both of Vintage Card Voyage, which is a newer channel with these two guys are on screen together for the majority of those videos, talking back and forth. And that's a good show to check out. They've been doing a whole series of talking about the best players of each position from the 80s, which, it's my era of starting to watch baseball. So I've enjoyed it. So, but that should be a good one with these guys. Yeah. So
good core.
All right. Up next, we have got Cracking Cooperstown, the show. Then they are invited Chris from Missouri to join them. So we've got Dom Staven Sports Cards along with Jake Legends Never Die as the normal hosts for that show they do. And they brought in Chris from Missouri because their topic is going to be talking about players that are just outside the Hall of Fame. So that's the main focus, because they do talk a lot about, who should be in the Hall of Fame or not is the primary topic on most of their shows there. So that one should be interesting to me, because it feels like Jake tends to be a really small hall guy.
Yeah.
Versus Chris is, suggesting all these players that should get in. So,
and kind of, Dom. So to credit to him, one of the younger guys in the community. But if you've listened to these podcasts that they've done in the past, Dom prepares. If he's not preparing ahead of time, it's incredible, because the way he organizes before each show, or the way he articulates his thoughts, it's so engaging. And so these guys together, Dom and Jake are a perfect match when it comes to this conversation, because they have different perspectives, and adding Chris to the mix will really fire up those differences. So it's going to be great.
Oh yeah, because I think we're going to have 3 very different perspectives on players.
I look forward to the screaming matches.
Yes, there should be some cordial teasing involved as well, I would think so.
Without a doubt.
All right, up next. Oh, these guys. This is Talking Ball Cards. The bottom left there is Filmington, a community OG. I know he's more than a decade in on YouTube guy. And then over on the right is Scotty B Cards, one of the largest people. I think he might have the largest channel of anyone involved in Hobby Palooza. Is a modern baseball card focused guy. So, obviously a much bigger niche than our vintage community of where we reside. But, and then in the middle, joined by the 2 guys that work together on a channel called Blabbin' Bout Slabbin'. And the 4 of them then have their own new channel that is just zooming, in subscribers, because they're really engaging episodes where they are talking about modern baseball cards, and these guys are really dialed in with their topic, and they are passionate, and it is a fun program to watch. To me, it was one of my favorites from last year. So.
Are they doing pack breaks here where they were like it's Otani, or if they pick out, like if they get an Otani or Judge, or is
No,
this
I
something else?
think what their focus is with this topic is the fact that it feels like in modern baseball cards, you're either collecting Otani cards or you're collecting Judge cards, or the cards end up worthless. It is almost how a lot of people feel in the modern cards lately, because no one else is like being consistent, not staying injured, various things that are happening with cards, because they are really tied in with cards and values
Right.
in the market they're in. So
Yeah, New York, LA, I get it. Totally understand.
Yeah. So, but yeah, this will be a great hour. I will enjoy watching them. So, up next, we have got Cardboard and Cold Ones. You want to tell us what you're planned for the show?
Yeah, man, it's going to be a continuation of what we do on a weekly basis over at my channel. And so I'm having obviously my co-host Jason. I wanted to bring Aaron on as well, Value Vintage, and I had to bring Lenny back because Lenny is like, we did like almost like an hour and 20 minutes with Lenny, and it felt like it needed a part two. And Lenny's really kind of coming onto the scene, hitting the ground running with his videos and promoting his brand as a dealer of Cardcast. He's a great guest because the more a guest will talk, the better the show. And so, quite honestly, I think Lenny will do a great job in providing some great perspectives from a dealer. I haven't really formulated what we're going to discuss yet, but it will involve beer. I'll tell you that much.
All right. Yeah, clearly you got to. It's in the title. So looking forward to that one. All right. Next hour, we are still on Saturday night here. We have got the Hobby Experience. This is hosted then by the Sports Card Collector, although it's shortened up with this SPRTZ card, COLTR. These are folks we're bringing over from mostly having an Instagram presence to get some more modern folks involved with this event. Bringing in, they're not necessarily part of the YouTube, but they're part of our online hobby community. So, and then the pictures, I believe, are breaks with Jess here on the left. What was it? God Hands something. I forget the middle name.
Hold on, let me come in and see if I can provide an assist. Maybe provide a Stockton to the Malone here.
Okay.
Hold on a sec. We'll find it.
Oh, there we go. The Hall of Fame guy, and then Hobbyana.
Hobbyana. Yep.
On the right. So yeah, I've got no exposure to much on Instagram because I've really only used it for the most part as a communication tool to link up to possible people to join an event like this. So, but any thoughts on the modern hobby there?
Listen, man, we need a balance to everything, and it's a good contrast to bring some modern in there. I mean, we already have a number of modern shows coming on, so that's good. And also, I just appreciate another Sam making an appearance.
Cool. All right. Next after that, we have got the Brothers Duo, as they say in their intro.
I'm very proud of that graphic.
Yeah, that is cool. Is that like a AI thing that creates that?
More or less.
All right.
that was their version of Al, and so there you go. And his
All
brother.
right. So yeah, these guys, while Al is mostly all vintage guy, Brian is focused 90s rare cards. So two brothers in the same hobby with very different perspectives on what to collect. So they always have some really thought-provoking topics. So
Yes, sir.
and they're the ones that introduced, which I know a lot of people have quoted, the whole analogy of the what's the little Japanese trees? The
Cherry, I don't know, cherry blossom trees. I don't know.
no, the little tiny ones like the Karate Kid had the bonsai tree.
Bonsai.
That your hobby is like a bonsai tree,
Oh yeah.
and you let it grow into different shapes, but then occasionally, you're curating collection, you prune things off. So, I mean, I thought it was a great way to put it. So,
Yeah, man.
but all right,
good
looking forward to what they bring.
Yeah.
Up next after that, we have got Tony, Southern Collector, and Mike Petty. The odd couple there.
What does Petty have up his sleeve on this one?
I don't know. I told him that maybe he should drink a little bit less than last year for one. But
I feel like Tony, can reel him in a little bit.
yes, because even if Petty's drinking, Tony will not be drinking to excess like Orlando did with him last year. So
it's a perfect balance. It will keep everything in an equilibrium.
That's what I'm hoping. It's a good yin yang thing going on with the two of them.
However, the petty minute rant, I don't know if this is I don't know if he's going to script his petty rant this time or if it's going to be off the cuff, but we shall see.
Yeah, we might need to preview that and get the censors involved. So all right, we'll have to wait and see. So I know everybody's looking forward to whatever Petty is going to be shouting into the camera during that time. So, all right, to close out Saturday night, we are bringing probably right now the biggest live stream hobby show going. I think they beats us by a little bit. So, with general attendance. So,
by a margin.
Yeah, that's none other than Jeremy Lee is going to be part of Palooza, and his show will start then at 10 o'clock Eastern, which is his normal Saturday start time, and he usually goes for about 3 hours, I think, for his standard program, at least more than 2. So, but his special guest was originally slated to appear with, I believe, with Dylan to talk about the eye appeal thing, but then couldn't make it. So he ended up on Jeremy's show instead, talking about his upcoming website that's going to be a place where reportedly collectors can upload their cards and all collectors can join in and like ranking things based off of actual eye appeal as opposed to a registry like PSA that just cares about a number on a slab. So I'm very curious to see the mechanics that were developed for that. So
I hope there's going to be a sneak preview.
That's what I'm hoping too. That would be a great scoop for us to get with Palooza. If he actually shows at least a beta version or something. So, yeah, and then he's got his usual guys: Chris Hoge, Joe as co-host, Leighton Sheldon will appear, as well as is it Josh, the guy he mentions is his lawyer on the show, but yeah, always a good program there. So that'll close out Saturday night. probably past midnight Eastern time. And then we'll be starting again Sunday morning, 10 a.m. with the next show, which is Sports Card Nation. John Newman will be with Rated Rabbi to at least one topic is what is a grail? And I know that'll just be one of a few topics probably, but it's what he presented to us for at least the thumbnail. So, John is a pro interviewer, long-time podcaster. I mean, he's another one of those over a decade guys, isn't he? With
yeah. Oh, he's been around.
history.
He's been around for a long time.
Yeah. So good, should be a good show there. With Rated Rabbi is definitely a energetic character. So all right. Up next, hour 2 of Sunday at 11 a.m. We have got on our left, it might be unfamiliar to many viewers of our channel, is Brett McGrath of Stacking Slabs. We invited him. He is a modern collector who, if you hear his passion and love of the cards, feels like one of us that are the vintage collectors. You know, there's this whole rift of modern versus vintage of, you know, all these modern guys only just care about values. He's a pure collector that's in the modern world. So it felt like a perfect addition to our lineup here. So only got to expose to him because Tony Southern Collector did a home and home interview agreement with him where one of them was on his channel, the other one was on Tony's channel. So yeah, I'm glad we got that introduction. And then he's going to be with Chris Hoge. Is going to be on that show with him. So I guess he has to get up early after staying up late with Jeremy. So
that's going to be a tough one.
But he can manage.
Yep.
He's got to be a busy guy with all the car ladder data entry. So
yeah, man, it's a lot of work.
All right. Oh, and the topic they are talking about that whole modern versus vintage whole, you know, discussion of it. That's what the same hobby, different eras comes from, is talking about the whole modern versus vintage rift and commonality, and you know, just exploring the topic. So I know Chris likes a lot of vintage. So but, all right, up next after that, we have got Mangini Collection and Rick Vintage Oddball Cards, with showing us cards you may not have seen before. These are probably going to be your, you know, as far as graded population, that's the only kind of tracking mechanism I know. I mean, we're probably going to be seeing ones that are in the below 20 all over the place with these guys. So
yeah, I anticipate these guys have gigantic collections, and yeah, so we're definitely going to be presented a show of rarity, scarcity, and dare I say, oddball.
You dare. I'm totally
at least half of the guys on this show, half between the two of them, one of them will agree, the other one will probably get red to the face.
Yes, he will be offended because his cards are being disparaged. But
yep.
All right, moving on. Next hour, we have got Greg, Midlife Sports Cards, and Darren, Return to Collecting. This would be an off-topic episode in which they have invited Brent Richards and Shane Shoebox Legends to talk about why we collect cards and who knows what else, since it's an off-topic episode. So any guesses about where they'll veer?
No, I'd try not to, you know, dive too deep into it. I'd rather just kind of soak it all in.
Oh, and yeah, both these guys are shotgun collectors, I like to call it, where they collect a wide variety of items, almost like a seafood eater, seafood eat food. So, but they do it with cards, so they have very wide ranging choices in their card collecting. So,
Without a doubt.
should be a good show.
Mm-hmm.
Up next after that, we have got Theo leading an hour of the show. With on our left, we have got Mark of Stuff of Greatness, of which, if you haven't seen his amazing card room, you're missing out. With the number of views we've gotten on that one, which is by far exceeding any other views on this channel, I'm guessing you've seen it, but if you have not, you have got to check it out. The most amazing card room you could possibly imagine. So, up next to him, Mike Junkwax Hero, and then on our right we have got Matt, the Card Story. That's THA Card Story. So, they are going to be talking about the upcoming national, which at that point will only be a week and a half away. So,
Crazy.
yeah, it's crazy getting on upon us. So. All right, next hour, two unknowns in the hobby. We're going to introduce them to you on our channel here. This one on the left is Mike. He's known as Baseball Collector. And on his right, Chris from Missouri. I think that's the names. Did I get those right?
Yeah, I think you got it pretty dead on. I don't think there's any mistakes there.
Okay. And they have some show they call Showcase Showdown, and this is going to be a special edition of it. So, be interesting to see what that is all about. Remains to be seen. So, don't know exactly what cards they're going to be showing, but it's going to be special. So, as stated. So, all right, moving on. We have got Ryan Nolan, aka Breakout Cards, who is deep into very rare non-sport as well as lots of awesome old baseball card items as well, along with Orlando, who is also delves into the same subject, especially with his amazing Goodwin Champions set, which is multi-sport. So these guys have a lot of knowledge. They're going to be showing some crazy old stuff, the crazy rare stuff. Once again, similar to Mangini and Rick, it's probably going to be things that you might see on this screen here, but you won't see them again. So,
yeah, for sure. Absolutely. For sure.
So I am definitely going to be interested in seeing what they've got to show. So
yeah, these guys have deep collections that go way beyond what we would normally see on a day-to-day basis.
And similar to Dom, Ryan, young guy, but amazing knowledge of so much. I mean, he has dove deep into the rabbit hole of all these early cards, and is just about more knowledgeable than just about anyone else out there. So, all right. Next, the Misfits crew is got their show No BS, Just Cardboard. So I'm assuming they've got a lot of cards they're planning to show during this hour. Who knows how many they will show, but I know they one of their complaints sometimes about some of the live stream stuff is there's too much talking, not enough cards. So they're going to try and balance that out during this hour. So
yeah, man, we'll see what the percentage of talking versus the percentage of cardboard will be. Hopefully the BS will the BS meter will be detecting.
Oh yeah. All right, moving ahead, we have got Dan is leading this hour here with what he's called the Community Service Project, of which episodes 1 and 2 were both on his channel, Dan's Vintage Baseball PC. And that is with, starting left to right, Jake, Wax Pack Wisdom, Greg, Midlife Sports Cards, and Mike, Junk Wax Hero. Kind of interesting. Believe these guys have a live stream. At the time of this recording, they have a live stream here coming up, don't they? So
Yeah, the exact rotation you have there.
yeah. So I guess they're gonna be doing it again a couple weeks later. So
Yeah.
all right. So these guys are entertaining. They bust each other's chops quite a bit. So it still should be a good show. So I'm looking forward to it. All right. Believe we're up to 7 p.m. I think we are up next with, no, this is 7 p.m. Eastern time is Leighton Sheldon. He is the one person who did not get his guest lineup to me. Leighton, if you haven't done it by the time this airs, please get that to us before Hobby Palooza. But he always does a great interview with somebody. It's usually someone, a big industry person, some really awesome collector. So regardless of what it is, this will be a show you'll want to see. So any thoughts on what you've seen of Leighton there, Sammy?
He's an aficionado, man. He's been in the game for a long time. He knows his vintage. So, I mean, he's got some cool stuff. It's definitely some stuff that I'd love to have in my collection. But yeah, man, he's good people.
Absolutely. And it's, in fact, one of our sponsors for the trade night at the National. So
Yeah,
thank you, Leighton, for pitching in for that.
Yeah, man. Thank you, Leighton.
And he's also one of the people who helped us with contacting the people at the National to even get us in the loop. So
yeah, I think him and Howard kind of were
pivotal.
Yeah,
they were both key folks on that front. And
yeah,
both have been sponsors. So big thanks to both of them. So all right. So now we are into 8 p.m. Eastern with the next show, and it is Alex Bowman 53. We're giving him his traditional entry slot that he takes before our regular For Collectors live streams with his time spent well wasted, as he likes to call it. So, but he is having Maxa Jackson on with him to talk about early baseball on cardboard. Because I know, I think Maxa Jackson is one of those big, if not finished it already, monster collectors of the T206. So he is completely like a dead ball era and earlier focused type of guy. So amazing stuff.
Yeah, man. And I saw that Alex made a post earlier today, kind of on Instagram, a story showing his that he's working on the research for his Hobby Palooza contribution.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
he's definitely a good researcher, and Alex does an amazing job when he makes like his documentary style videos, because he actually does that for a living. So he puts me to complete amateur hour status. But yeah. Looking forward to this show here, and that leads into the final hour of Hobby Palooza, which is our wrap-up show. The 5 of us on the channel, as well as our ambassador, will be there for final thoughts, maybe a little discussion, as well as we'll be giving away all the prizes that were offered up. The main prizes with the artwork, as far as, and then any of the show prizes that we're on. We'll be doing the usual spinner. So throughout Hobby Palooza, in the background, I will be building a long list of all the donators and getting it set up to be able to just copy paste a huge thing of text into that big spinning wheel. Last year, there were so many names on there that you couldn't actually read names when I did the spins. You just had to wait and see until it stopped and they announced the winner. So I expect it to be the same this year because there's going to be lots and lots of donations. We're going to break the record every year, right? So
absolutely, man. You got to make sure that we take care of Signatures for Soldiers.
Oh yeah. So all this weekend, you know, it's going to be tons of fun, tons of hobby talk. It's going to be exhausting for those of us working on it behind the scenes, but it is well worth the expenditure to bring the community together. So, you know, you might see people you've never seen before, genres you've never seen before, and learn something new. Maybe find something else you might be interested in. So, but that completes our slideshow. So thank you for joining me for this, Sammy.
Of course. Yeah, man. Should be a good time.
Yeah, everybody watching this, if you want to start the donations rolling in now, that information that I played earlier, go for it. You know, otherwise we'll be giving the information out all weekend long. There'll be a little scrolling thing, a text giving you the info to do it correctly. We'll also be doing that penny sleever code will be in that bottom scroll. There's going to be a special code for 10% off. And then, yeah, once again, reminder, if you're going to buy any hobby supplies, please wait till the promotional period starts with the start of Hobby Palooza. So wait a few more days to order any supplies until then. And then 10% of your purchase will also be involved in the donation that Penny Sleever makes to us. So any last words for the folks at home?
We'll see you July 18th.
Yep, July 18th. You're all going to be there. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you later on For Collectors.
Love my hobby. Keep collecting baseball cards.
But hey, we want to keep the lights on here at For Collectors Studios, so hit the like button for us, guys.
So thanks everybody for coming, and yeah, we'll see you next time on For Collectors.
All right, guys, have a great rest of your night. Subscribe to the For Collectors channel if you haven't done so yet, and we'll see you soon.
All right, guys. Clemente Collector has said we hit a grand slam, so that makes me feel good.